Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's me, your homegirl Adosha Wright, answering the question, do sweaters cause my hair to break off? Alright guys, before I get into the answer, remember, be kind online as this platform is a no hair shaming zone. Also, just to remind you, 2022 is the year of solutions, so let's hop right into it. Hey guys, what's up? What's up? Remember, 2022 is the year of the right solutions. So here we go. My guest is like, hey Dosh, why is my hair breaking all off in the back? It's gotta be something. I know what it is. It's them dang on turtlenecks. The solution is no, it is not the turtlenecks. So here's a simple solution. You got to keep in mind that your hair grows every day, all day. So what you want to do, especially if you have textured hair like she does, you have to comb your hair a lot more often throughout the day because as your hair gets longer, it automatically, naturally, it likes to tangle. So you want to comb your hair several times throughout the day, number one. Number two, make sure you're combing up and you're gonna get that kitchen back there really, really good. Now I know what some of y'all are thinking, but ooh, it's just so tight. No problem. So what you're gonna do is take your favorite oil sheen and you want to coat the hair. All right, you can also section this hair again and you can coat the scalp area again using your favorite oil sheen. You want to use a 420 comb, not a wide tooth comb. Wider tooth combs are going to rake through your hair and you're going to end up with breakage. So if you're using one of these, don't do it, Gina. All right? So don't use these combs to comb through your hair because as you can see, the damage is matching where the comb is raking out the hair. So instead, you want to switch to an all-purpose comb that will comb the hair nice and smooth, thus allowing you to coat each and every single fiber. And remember, you want to comb your hair several times throughout the day, especially as you grow your hair out longer. And then that's going to be the solution to why is the back of my hair and my ends breaking off? So the simple solution is we're going to go ahead on and give her a nice touch up and then we're going to just snip a little bit of those ends off and she'll be back in action. That's the right solutions. Bye. Okay, we've got some more solutions because that's what this video is all about. So remember, she came in thinking, oh my God, that dang gone turtleneck and sweater and scarf and collar and ripped my hair off, when in all actuality, it was just time for a touch up, number one. And number two, she needed to apply some oil and she needed to comb her hair. So now we're going to properly prep her hair for the relaxer because this is essential. So I am applying a post relaxer conditioning treatment using the Affirm Relaxer System. And this relaxer treatment is essential because it is going to adjust the pH on her hair where her hair will not be so dry. And we want to reduce the likelihood of over processing her hair. And now, the step two of the Affirm Relaxer System is to base the scalp thoroughly. So I am doing just that. And again, as you can see, she has a lot of hair. And so scalp care is essential when you are relaxing the hair because the relaxer is caustic and we do not want to cause any chemical burn on her skin nor her scalp. So, per the manufacturer's instructions and directions, we are going to base the entire scalp and protect her entire hairline and her ears. Excuse me. So here we can see the nape of her hairline is very fragile, as is on everyone's heads of hair. And so again, we can clearly see that the hair at the nape is fragile, and that's where she saw the breakage. What a lot of people don't understand about the hairline hair is that it is different from the hair that is terminal, which is the hair that is inside the hair beyond the hairline. And so the hairline hair is designed to only grow so long and then it actually breaks off on its own. So if the hair is dry and brittle, of course you're going to cause that hair to break even more fast. So when it comes to applying the relaxer, again, before we do that, we want to pay attention to the scalp and we want to pay attention to the hairline and the hair as well. Now, remember, this is the platform where you can get some solutions throughout 2022, okay? So, here we go. We are about to apply the relaxer. So, remember, you must follow the manufacturer's instructions, not what you see on YouTube. I repeat, you must follow the manufacturer's instructions, not what you see on YouTube. That means you got to read. And if you are a professional or an aspiring one, you got to pay attention in class, okay? So here, the Affirm Relaxer System instructs the user to apply the relaxer where the patron has the most texture. So this is why we applied her relaxer to her midsection versus the back or the top, because her midsection is where she has the bulk of the texture, which of course is where we want the chemical to begin to process compared to the other sections of her hair. Now, when you are applying the relaxer, I don't care which one you're using, do not apply the relaxer to the scalp. So even though this video is in hyper mode, as you can see, I am not applying this relaxer to her scalp because when you go to smooth the relaxer, you're going to get it on the scalp. So do not apply relaxer directly to the scalp, even if you have based the scalp. And she also has a lot of hair. I'm talking about a lot. So she needs to have her hair relaxed every 4 to 6 weeks per the manufacturer's instructions. And we must use very, very tiny subsections when applying the relaxer because we need to make sure that we are going to create a thermal cap, thus increasing the likelihood of her hair processing evenly throughout this entire process, okay? Now we are about to rinse the relaxer out of the hair. And so you want to rinse with tepid temperature on your water. Do not use water temperature that is very hot. And please do not use a water temperature that is very cool. So instead, the word we're looking for is tepid. Not too hot and not too cold. Rinsing is essential because it lowers the pH so that you can begin to wash away the relaxer and, of course, lower the pH to soften the hair to make it ready for styling and also to ensure that the scalp will not have any irritation. So make sure you are rinsing your relaxer very, very thoroughly using tepid water. And if it's getting hot or warm, then you need to go ahead on and rinse it out. And don't forget to fold back the ears and get the hairline. Now, you don't see this on the video, but I did make sure that I wiped her entire hairline to not leave any relaxer on her skin, her face, or her scalp. Excuse me, sorry. Okay, so now we got our hair nice and rinsed. So next up, I'm going to go ahead on a towel, blot the hair, wipe the sink down, make sure there's no relaxer on that sink, and get that hairline. And now I'm going to use the step 3, which is the sustenance, because I want to lower the pH on her hair. And the fibers that you see in the product are synthetic fibers, which of course is going to, again, lower the pH, repair the hair, and ensure that her hair stays nice and strong. And as you can see, her hair is relaxing safely. And again, I just want to assure you that I did get the relaxer off the side of her skin, okay? So don't forget, if you like what you're seeing here, this is a good time to do what? Subscribe. I'm trying to get 1,000 followers. I need your help. Now I am going to use the Rev Air because her hair is fragile and because it's safer than the blow dryer, in my opinion. You can still use the blow dryer if you have it, but because her hair is fragile, she's concerned about the hair breaking. I decided to use the Rev Air because the question, do sweaters cause my hair to break? The answer was no. And we want to get the culprits. What was the culprit? What was the problem? Remember, the problem was it was actually time for a touch up, and she needed to apply oil, and she needed to comb her hair, and she needed to have her ends shaped up. Now, this is where it always gets a little tricky. And I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, see, LaDosha, the reason why I never get my ends shaped up is because they cut too much off. Now, remember, guys, whether we say snip, trim, ends trim, tippy ends, light dusting, make no mistake, we're going to cut your hair. Now, the reason why you want to get those ends off, again, and if you've been following me, you already know what I'm going to say. It's like getting a manicure. It is like getting a manicure. You want to get those little wispies off because they will catch and they will tear. The hair will just break on its own. Now, I know what you're thinking. I don't care if it breaks on its own. Well, you got to be careful because the gash could be pretty severe. Now, she did have a little bit, a teensy-weensy bit of gashing that was about to start, but not to the point where what she was thinking, that her hair had to be cut off. So when you know what you're doing, you don't have to cut off the customer's hair. So we need to point out what is happening to the hair and why cutting the hair in a timely fashion is essential. And most professionals will not cut off the hair. Now, if you have a really bad gash, then yeah, you gotta even it so the hair won't, you won't have a lopsided hairstyle. But in this instance, I was able to preserve the length, which is what she wanted. And the goal is to teach her how to comb her hair and how to apply the oil. So there you can see up close and personal. It really wasn't that bad off because what was the culprit? She wasn't combing it and she wasn't applying any oil. Now, the relaxer was not really the problem. It just so happened that it was time for a touch up. So that little gash right there, by the time she comes back in about 2 months for her touch up, she'll be fine. I'm sorry, 6 weeks for her touch up. She will be fine. So instead of cutting all that off, I just said when you come back, it'll catch up and you'll be good to GO. So she said, okay. So she's going to keep her hair oiled. She's going to comb it. And then that's going to be it. Now remember, 2022 is the year of what? Solutions. Using the right products, the right tools, and the right techniques. So here is the finished results. And as you can see, it wasn't so bad. And you have to admit that does look really, really nice. So again, the culprit was not the turtleneck or the scarf and all that stuff, okay? She was good to GO, all right? Now, one last thing before we wrap this up. I wanted to make sure that she was still using the right comb. So I said, let me see what's in that purse. Oh, no. She was like, really, LaDosha? Yep, wrong comb. So I swapped her out. I said, give me that comb and then take this 420 all-purpose comb and you'll be good to GO. All right? So be a comb snob and don't use the wrong comb. All right, guys, that's it. If you like what you saw, can you please subscribe to my YouTube channel? Thank you so very much. And all of the right brands, guess what, guys? They are available if you shop at Amazon, of course, inside the LaDosha Wright store. Also, email me. Come on, y'all. Email your homegirl, LaDoshaW@yahoo.com, to receive your very own What's My Hair and Scalp journal. It's just that simple, okay? Also, you can check out all the latest juice on my podcast, What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon. And don't forget to visit the Textures exhibit at the Kent State University Museum. Also, check out them cornball funny videos and follow me on TikTok and all the other social media platforms. Peace, love, and hair. And if you ain't got no hair, then rub your beautiful bald head. Happy no, boo boo.